I don't know if you've ever had a psychic attack, but it's not pretty. It's one thing having a load of images, show up that may be unpleasant when someone's having personal issues, and it's quite another when you suddenly faced with one voice or a lot of voices saying the same thing over and over again, really just repeatedly, and you may get other energy sensations as well going into you, as you may think you're going insane, especially if you've never experienced it before, because it's like, hey, one moment it's fine, and the next thing you've got all these voices going, maybe saying sausages, 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 or cocksucker, 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 or I knew that, or whatever, just over and over and over and over again, just going into you, and maybe calling you stupid, 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 or another message. And at its worst, you can be like paralysed in bed, just wanting it all to go away. And it's like, how do you deal with them? Dismissing them generally doesn't work. And when they do go away, if you do a ritual to dismiss them, you almost think as though they're just humouring you in the end. And it's like, is there something else going on? Is it to your detriment? Or are they actually trying to help you out in the end? And it's like, it's one of these ongoing debates, because I'm not the only person who hears voices like this. In fact, a lot of psychics do, they call it clairaudience, and some mediums get a lot of helpful information and facts that get confirmed and stuff. With dates, names, places and that, and they make a good living out of it. While other people just, especially starting out, are in the beginner stage of just hearing the same thing, just going bad, repeated over and over and over and over, and it can freak you out. You can have a normal life, and suddenly everything goes to places because you've got the voices. They are one and they are many, because they can change their personality. Some of them feel distinct in that, and other times they can mimic other people in that. And they go for the emotional core, they go for the kill, they rip the heart out, and they can take you down. And it pales in comparison to anything in the real world. Hey, you see those headless chickens going around stressing about their lives? Nothing compared to a serious psychic attack. I mean, it is the be-all and end-all of the world, because it will take you out, and you can't take anyone on this plane seriously anymore. As it pulls back and you get on with your own life. The voices lie, they lie, ignore them, and yet they give you information. So what do you do with this information? You either ignore it, or you keep it in mind. Because does it pan out? Especially when it starts giving you information of things before it happens. That's the other freaky thing. It's like, hey, I'm talking to... you may be researching something for say on Carly, and it says, it's all alright now. And then you end up in a conversation with someone. And then you hit that point in the conversation, and they stop going to you. It's all alright. And they suddenly switch to their own old personality and what they were like before. And it's like, yes, why are they going into me? And more to the point, what is going on with these other people? Are they who they say they are, or is it all a political front? As I'm dealing with more than one person, and let's face it, women rarely speak to me. They give me a wide berth. You get 60 seconds out of them if they're lucky, which is why I get really suspicious if they're really keen to speak to you all the time. As it's like, what is going on here? And it's like, I have 3 people. One mimics a load of stuff from a business I used to know and that. Went by the name of Amber, and that was suspicious in itself. As some people on these Facebook, like MySpace, really are. And then you've got 2 other individuals. One who approached me and was really keen to speak to me, and another who I approached and didn't have very many on. Now, the one of them builds altars a lot and was going on a lot of witchcraft in the background and Irish spirit guides, which is like, yeah, fair enough. But then this other one starts complaining about voices, taking them down and stuff, but then starts talking about mead and stuff and how this spirit guide wants her to build altars and stuff, and some of the other stuff that she's written is making me stop and think, because either these 3 people are the same person, and it's just a way of trying to like infiltrate, get in with me, or they are actually picking up on information that's being passed to them, and it's like, God, this is you can seriously start getting paranoid at this point, and it's like, really, what is going on? I know at some level I am getting fed information from the voices that is panning out, but it's like, are these people genuine? What's going on in their heads? And it's like, because two of them are at least psychic, if they are who they say they are, which means they can also pick up on information and start writing things. When you're feeling around the edges, start coming out with what's on your mind and stuff, and it's like, yes, who the hell am I dealing with here? Is it who they say they are? Has someone gone to extraordinary lengths to set up a false personality, background and stuff, to maintain that personality? Am I that important and stuff? Are they that scared of my arguments on politics and all the other thing? Is it the NHS just trying to like break my door down again, to lock me up, saying you're insane, you hear voices? Because they do that there, they try and like quash it out because they hate people who can pick up on things, and it's like, is it set up? Or are they really oblivious to what's going on? In which case, I have this Irish spirit guide who's filling people with, they have witchcraft in their background and stuff, or I've just got these individuals who are supposed to be in different states, gradually trying to draw up more and more hints into who they say they are. And it's like, on the one level, I want to believe who they are, say they are, and on the other, it's like, if it's not who they say they are, it's a liberal set it up, and I have no friends whatsoever, and I will never trust anyone again because it's too fake. And yet I'm like going, am I a genius? And it's spirit, just going, yeah, we exist, and we're just giving them the same information. Or are these three people, two of whom I approached, one who approached me, the same person? And it's like, will I ever know for sure unless I run a full background track, which costs money, on who they are in order to get to the bottom of things? And it's like, I'll never date anyone again at this rate. Strictly speaking, I don't, I just want cash. But come on, there comes a point where it's like, who do you trust in the end? Especially when people are like feeling around emotional blocks and you're getting past information on images in your head, and it's like, do I take a chance and write this image out, say what I'm being shown, because they'll either think I'm crazy or it'll play into something else, and it's like, oh, I know, I'll just shut up and see where this is going, because it's like, sooner or later they're going to trip up, and it still leaves me knowing, how will I know for sure? Do I need to like get these people who are in separate states in the same room and like go, yes, that's what's going on here? Because sometimes the information is tricky, and it's like, if they're freaking out as well, because when you start hearing voices and that, it can be some of the scariest experiences of your life, you've got to be cautious, because you don't know what's going on in people's head and stuff, because everyone's like, trying to, get information, but no one wants to, risk saying something that's going to make them look stupid or anything like that, and it's kind of a chicken and egg situation, because everyone's like going, keeping their head down, and it's like, yes, what is going on here? And it's like, you factor in information, from dreams as well, and it's like, I suppose I could make a point of making tea at this point. So I recorded this video once already, but it didn't come across well, because I don't want to insult people if they really are who they say they are, because one of them at least is very nice. The others, some of the others may have emotional issues, and well, one is, and it's like, how far do I trust my instinct, and how much do I leave it alone? And it's kind of, and take things at face value, and that's where we are with it. $1 million question: is everybody who they say they are? Are they being genuine? Are they being upfront? And that's all I have time for. Who do you trust and who do you ignore, and how far do you go with it in the end? Because I'm only human, and you'd like to think everyone else is as well, but can you really be sure when you pull layers back, especially if there is spirit guides running around, supplying people with information, as it makes you go, who do you trust in the end? And that's all I have for time for.